What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video, where I wanted to break down and explain two Town Hall 11 triples that I have received in recent wars. These are both the BoWitch Attack, but they do vary depending on the base layout, so I'm going to explain why I did what I did, so that hopefully you can learn a little bit about the strategy as well. If you want to join Red Elite or my Discord server, the links are on the screen right now respectively, but let's jump straight into this first attack. So the reason I like the BoWitch for this base is because I can easily jump to both Infernos and the Eagle Artillery, whilst also controlling my bowlers. Now you will have seen, and you will see on the next attack, that I do sometimes like to implement a queen walk. It all depends on what value you can get from the queen. Thinking about her being on the outside of the base, I want to bring my bowlers down this kind of compartment on the right hand side here, so that they get the Inferno towers and the Eagle Artillery, concentrate their fire on this right hand side of the base before they move across to the left. Now the queen could go down and take a couple of point defenses, but I was a little bit worried about the bowlers taking a lot of damage in the middle here. There is quite a lot for them to get to, not to mention that the queen would not be able to reach any of these splash damage defenses on the outside of the base. So that's what made me want to bring her onto the inside. A few different reasons: to help protect the bowlers because there's a lot of defenses, to help take out these splash damages, and the third is because there is actually a dragon in the CC. Now, dragon in the CC isn't the end of the world for a BoWitch attack, because you have the poison spell, you have the Grand Warden's ability. Often I will take 2 poison spells and a couple of wizards in there as well in order to shoot up at the dragon, but in this case I thought I don't need that because I'm going to take the queen in there anyway. So I made sure to bring a barbarian for the top there, and a baby dragon was able to set the funnel at the bottom here. So I am actually going to bring some healers, because that's going to help with the bowlers moving through the base with them splash damage defenses. So I actually popped the healers onto the queen, and she is going to walk in initially, then the bowlers will come in. So I use a few down the bottom here, the bowlers and witches, in order to set that funnel. I'm very patient until this mortar goes down, because I want the giants to come into this compartment in order to distract these defenses for the bowlers and witches. I wouldn't want them going on the outside. Once they come forward, the poison spell goes down nice and early in order to take the balloons, but also get the damage on the dragon, and I make sure to get that Grand Warden's ability right when that dragon is about to do work. Queen is going to step in there and help out, and I also have a heal spell to help the bowlers. Now notice how I am controlling the bowlers up towards this other Inferno tower. That's what you really want, and it also helps to protect my bowlers and witches that I have coming around the outside of the base as well. If you don't have your bowlers in the middle come through and reinforce them, they will often go down on the right hand side. I've concentrated my fire through this right hand side. The BoWitch is a very quick attack, so if you can get through that section of the base quick enough, you know that you're going to be good enough in order to kind of take your time picking off some other defenses. So it's all about maintaining your troops, and they will work their way around to these other defenses. Often that's why I like to have the queen walk. She will then walk around and snipe these off, but in this case she's actually merged in with the bowlers and witches, and it provides one massive army to just ransack the end of this base. I mean, just look at how many troops are left over. Absolute annihilation. Let's take a look at a little bit of a different one. This was from our most recent war. So if I come back into the war log here, I will be able to bring it back straight up. Actually, it was the war before, sorry, and it was against their #1 base. So coming into this one then, you can see that the design is completely different. Now we do have builder huts on the corners, but I'm not really going to worry about them. Again, it's a quick attack. I know that I'm going to be good enough for that. Let's analyze what we can do though. So air defense right on this side of the base. That's obviously not going to be a good area to send my queen with the healers, so I can rule that out from that side of the base. It's obviously not going to work. The brawlers and witches though, I could send down this side, and actually there's not much splash damage there, so the brawlers and witches will be good enough in order to get through these point defense. They might not get all the way to the end because there's a lot of defenses there, but they'll sure make a good crack at it. The brawlers in the middle will help, and then like we said, the queen can wrap around from the other side. How much value will the queen get on this other side? Well, we have archer towers, wizard towers, that's obviously dangerous to the brawlers, more archer towers, so actually there's a lot of point defense on the right hand side. In this case, she can reach it, there's not a lot of danger for the brawlers in the middle, they'll be good enough by themselves, so actually we are going to bring that queen walk in. So I start with the brawlers and witches on this side because there's a few more buildings in order to set that funnel. I know for a fact that as soon as the queen takes these couple of buildings, the funnel is already set on that right hand side. So the brawlers and witches need that little bit extra time. That's why you want to bring them in first. But you don't want to mess around. As soon as that funnel is created, you want your brawlers and witches in because they are going to help to protect your brawlers and witches on the outside and the queen. Again, as they come forward, get them jump spells providing access. The last thing you want is not having the compartments open. Rage spell very early on. If you can get your brawlers into the base and taking down defenses initially when there's a lot of them, you're setting yourself up for a good raid. Then you have that heal spell followed by the other rage spell in the middle. If I only need 2 jump spells, I take 2 heal spells, but in most cases recently I've been needing the 3 jump spells to get to that far side inferno. Now in fact I don't reach it, but again this is where all you need the brawlers and witches to do is hollow out the core in the middle, and that is what they have done. A few of them got stuck at the bottom here, but that's not going to worry. Even at this point, the queen on the outside and the brawlers and witches are strong enough to finish off the rest of the defenses. This is what you will see more often than not. This is what is planned, and why I like to bring the queen around the outside is that she can then help to clean up. So at this point, as you can see, that multi-inferno doesn't have a chance. We take them builders huts on the outside and another 3-star here for red elite. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Make sure to leave a like if you did. I've been your host Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out.